All right, so this morning, as a follow up to our session yesterday, in the first 90 days of trading, um, or is it one? It's 1 o'clock. Okay, 1 o'clock. I don't know where I saw 12 o'clock. But 1 o'clock. But as a follow up to yesterday's class, what we're gonna do is go through the vetting process. Okay, if you recall, um, and let me bring this up real quick. I'm not gonna do the whole deal, but the most important part to the opening range strategy is finding the right stocks to trade. Because if you don't find the right stocks, then the strategy is useless. And in order for the breakout or breakdown strategy to work, you need to find stocks that have the potential to do that at the open. If you're looking at a stock that has an ATR of 75 cents, you're not going to get a breakout at the open unless that stock has some type of catalyst, like earnings or something like that. But other than that, if you see a stock that has a little gap and the ATR is less than $1, then that's the wrong stock to pick. So you won't get a move. Even if it does move in your favor a little bit, you won't get the whole move. So, the first scan that I run in the morning is going to be the pre-market earnings, and I don't think we have anything. Nope, nothing today. No pre-market earnings today. So let's go to vetting. Our Fugly 5 list. Oh, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm forgetting about something. I didn't show you this yesterday because I wanted to show you this. Okay, so I know most of you don't have Benzinga Pro. Okay, most of you don't have Benzinga Pro. So, but if you do, this is what comes up. Okay, today's market moving news stocks you can trade today. This is it'll come up with the stocks that may have potential. But just like anything else, first thing I look at, is it over 20 bucks? None of these are over $20, so I can't trade them. You know, sometimes we do get one or two that do meet our criteria, so I'll look at that next. We don't have anything. Of course, we listen to pre-market prep. If they don't have anything, you know, worth looking at, then I'll move into our list here. And so looking at Meta, okay, the first thing I look at is I'm looking at where the pre-market high is, and I'm looking at where the pre-market low is. Because the pre-market sets a range, and this is important when it comes to our strategy. Okay, this is important. So first thing I do is I mark that. I look at the daily chart to see, you know, are we sitting on some moving averages? Are we sitting around a moving average? In this case, the 5-day is at, let's just say 509.50. And that's right where we're trading right now. We're sitting right on the 5-day moving average. So if we're going to go long, we're going to have to break through all of this and it's got to go over the pre-market high. I do not take 5-minute opening range breakouts or breakdowns inside the pre-market high or low. It has to break on the outside or it has to break under. So what I look for is, okay, if it goes long, where are my daily pivots? Okay, where are my daily pivots? So what I do, and I'll mark this chart just for the sake of it. But what I do is I have Thinkorswim, and and because when you mark these levels on Thinkorswim, they stay. They don't go until you delete them. So what I start doing is I start moving back from right to left, and I start looking at, do I have any pivots that aren't marked yet? So I start moving back and forth. These are the daily pivots, and this is where stock changes direction. If it goes up and comes back down, it creates a pivot. So it pulls back. It bounces. And the bottom of the bounce is a pivot. If it goes up and reverses course, the high that reverse is going to be the pivot. So each time the stock changes direction, we have a pivot. Some of them are easier to determine than others. Like here, we pretty much based on a level and just kind of traded sideways for a while. Well, I find the lowest candle and I pick and I mark the lowest candle. and that's going to be my pivot. So we come back, here, we go up, and we have a big gap down, but that's a pivot. And so we're going to mark those. Now, if you have pivots that are so close and so tight, it doesn't make any sense to mark it. You're in the zone, and the range is going to be there. So now what I'm looking for is this stock in a position to be tradable today for me? Okay, 502.46. So what I'll do is I'll make a $502.46, and that's the 20-day moving average. Okay, it doesn't show up here yet, but you can see it's like we don't really have a whole lot of room. Even if we break out, we don't have a whole lot of room. So Meta's kind of congested today, so I don't really like it. And so I just went through, we just vetted Meta. Let's look at Netflix. Okay, Netflix, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the pre-market low, which is here, pre-market high, which is right here. Netflix starts trading later than a lot of stocks. Doesn't start trading at 4 o'clock like most of them. So we've got a tight range here. So looking at the daily chart, okay, I'm just gonna mark it on here for right now, so we don't have to keep going back and forth. So 688.57. Here, the other part is on these you have to type in the number. On Thinkorswim, it just snaps to the number. So you can see this is all really close. So 688.57, if we break out, we've got that much room until we run into resistance. We've got that much room until we run into resistance. So we'll be over, when we break out, we're over all the moving averages. Alright, we'll be over all the moving averages, and we have a clean window up to 688.50. That's a good window of opportunity. So Netflix, will be high on the watch list because we have room. Alright, so stop it. So if you want to know, okay, how far can Netflix run? How far can Netflix run today? We're going to look at the options chain. Find out where it's trading right now. And then what we're going to do is look at the open interest. Where do we have pockets of, big open interest? 690, 695, 700, 705. Then if it goes short, You got 675, 665, but we've got more to the long side than we do the short side. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, we've got a better shot to the long side. I don't want it short, I want it long. And so it wouldn't make sense for me to try to make a trade plan to the short side because it's not clean. So the only plan I have is to the long side. Alright, let's go to NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, look at everything here. No room to the long side. Only short. And let's see. 118.04. Ah, 118.04. Shit. This cat stuck her claws in my back. I have a chair that has a real skinny back now, and they can't sit up on it. That sucker just dug her claws in my back. So NVIDIA, we don't want it long, and looking at it short, what is it, I can't remember what the price was, 118.04. But if we slide over here, this one is at 117.11. So you've got kind of a zone here, support zone, to where you got anywhere from 118 to 117. And then you've got the high of this pivot, which is 115.81, almost 116. So you really don't have, because NVIDIA is cheaper, you can trade 500 shares, and look for 3 to 4 points. That's okay. But it's not ideal. Okay, it's not ideal for me. Because look at what has to happen to go short. You've got to take out all of this, and then guess what? Look at the pre-market low. I didn't mark that first, but look at the pre-market low. Look at where it is. Pre-market low, pre-market high. So we know we're not going to take it long. The only trade for us is short, but then it's got to take out all of this, which takes up about $1 to $1.50 worth of profit. So there's no trade on NVIDIA for me. Now we come to our last of the Fugly 5. Look at Tesla is still breaking out. The likelihood of it continuing today is slim, because Number one, it needs a rest. Number two, volume is likely to be light in the market today. So definitely, after the first 30 minutes, it'll be time to shut this down and move on. It'll be time to shut this down and move on. Okay? So Tesla, we got a clean trade over the pre-market high. Now, because there's almost $4 between taking out the moving averages here and the pre-market high, I can honestly be aggressive here. Okay, I can honestly be aggressive here and buy on the break. I can honestly be aggressive here and buy on the break. So, oh yeah, I forgot to show that. This was an upside on Netflix. Hold on. This is what the upside on Netflix was. We got 680, then up to 690. Could be a good magnet, because you got almost 2,000 open contracts here. 695, 2577. I don't think we're gonna get to these today, because like I said, this is a short day. It's a day before the holiday, and this is a half day. Tomorrow's a whole day holiday. After the first 30 minutes or so, my suggestion is to shut it down. But, you know, it's up to you. There are other places, if you're in other rooms, they're going to want to keep going. Look, based on experience, it's not the ideal thing to do. Alright, so let's look at, the last one was Tesla. We're coming up on the opening bell. So looking at Tesla, everybody's kind of betting on it. Most people are betting on it to pull back. You're heavier on the put side, which is going lower, meaning you're gonna have people wanting to sell it off, versus the people who are looking for it to continue. So looking at this, the short opportunity will be under yesterday's close, which is this dashed black line, and the 200 moving average, which is this solid black line. So there are no short trades until you get on the other side of this. Long trades, breakout of 240, then you could be looking long. And there's no resistance up here, so that's what we're going to be looking at. So now we're just going to wait. We only have a couple of minutes before the market opens, and so we're just going to look at these, the two stocks that we have that are really showing potential. Meta, and if it takes out the 20-day, wow, your 20-day is at 504. But if it takes out the 20-day, man, this thing could keep screaming. So Meta is kind of on notice. We looked at Netflix. You know, if it breaks out, we know where we have room. Nvidia, I don't really like because it's too tight, it's too convoluted. So the three stocks that I'm going to be watching: Meta, Tesla, and Netflix. But I don't want Netflix short. Tesla, I would like it short under the 200. So right now, what are we waiting on? Oh, I skipped Microsoft. Oops, sorry about that. So Microsoft breakout to the long side over the pre-market high. So what we do is we wait for the first 5-minute candle to print. This is the simple, we're not dealing with the aggressive entry. The aggressive entry would be buying it at the break of the pre-market high. That's the aggressive entry. But we're not dealing with that right now. We're looking at and waiting for the first 5-minute candle to print. And once it prints, we're going to have the high and the low of that candle. We're going to have the high and the low of that candle. And then when it breaks the high, we go long. When it breaks the low, we go short, providing we have a window of opportunity to make profit. If we don't have a window of opportunity to make profit, then we don't take the trade. That's what the vetting process is for. Identifying the windows of opportunity pre-market so that we're not chasing our tail when the market opens. And the rule is, you know, if you have a stock and you haven't properly vetted it, you don't take the trade. Yeah, you might get lucky and hit it, but you don't take the trade. Make these candlesticks bigger here. Stop. So what I like, stop it. What I like to do sometimes is go ahead and start marking the highs. Like right now nowadays I don't need to mark them, but I do it for your benefit so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so right now what I'm looking at, and then I can move this up, you know, as we get closer to the market opening, I can actually move this up. And you see, I don't want NVIDIA. Look at where NVIDIA is breaking to. All of that resistance, that's not what I'm looking for. But I'm going to tell you right now, guys, I do not see the volatility that I need to see. All right, so we got to move this up. Shit. Okay. Because I'm trying to teach. Okay, here's a 5-minute opening range high. Once it breaks out, then you want to buy it. Now, you're essentially buying the high of day on a 5-minute opening range breakout. You're essentially buying the high of day. Okay? So, if that's the case, you're gonna run into people selling on the high of day. You have people that's been in pre-market, they're selling on the break of the pre-market high, and they're selling on the high day, which is actually the 5-minute opening range breakout. So expect a pullback, expect some resistance, and then, you know, before the trade starts to work. Now, there's no way of knowing how much resistance is sitting here. You know, I know some people like to use Bookmap and level 2 and all this stuff. That's not a true or accurate account of what's there, because people are going to put orders out. They're going to pull orders. You know, it's going to be, they're going to be kind of playing games with you. Okay, looking at Tesla. Here's a 5-minute opening range break. Okay, we're going to buy the break. We've got enough room to where we can take profit at 240, which is the pre-market high. We have plenty of room. This is almost $2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 200 shares and I'm going to try to take profit at 240. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Today, this is a day before the holiday. It's a short day. Things may not work. You may not get the follow through because you don't have the volume. But if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the first 15 to 30 minutes of the day. So you can see Tesla is trying to push, Microsoft, not so much. See, Microsoft, you ran into a big bunch of sellers here. So right now we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. Tesla, we're trying to get to 240. It's still too early for me to try and take profit. Anything over 239.25ish, I'll start grabbing profit if it starts to struggle. Alright. So Microsoft. Now, the question is, what's the stop? Okay, number one, you're going to have a max loss stop. You got to have a max loss stop. The most you're willing to risk on a trade. So this is going to be around 500 for me. So if it moves below $500 to the red, I'm taking it off. The technical stop is going to be the pre-market, the 5-minute open range high. So this candlestick closed back below the 5-minute opening range high. Once this candle takes out this low, technically the trade is dead. Okay, technically the trade is dead. So that's our technical stop. Our hard stop is going to be let me put my target in. It's 463. Alright, so the hard stop is, when it loses $500, which is, let's see, Microsoft 460. You're talking about $1.50. So my stop is going to be 458.50. Is what my hard stop would be. Technical stop, it would have to take out the low here. So Tesla is kind of the same. If this actually closed above the 5-minute opening range, so technically this trade is not going to be dead until we get a close below the 5-minute opening range high, and then another candle to take it out, or $500, which is about $1.50. $1.50 stop. So the high of this previous candle was 239.39. So I want to see this candle make a high. And it looks like I'm going to have to take profit early on this. Let's see if we can take out 239.39. And every time it gets up to 239.30, man, it gets slapped. Okay, here we go. We broke it. We broke it. So look and see what it's going to be doing at the $0.50 mark. We're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing. See if we can get a pop up to 230, 240. That's going to be our first profit target. Come on, baby. Once we get inside like 239.85, we should be able to get sucked into 240. Man, we failed. Push, baby, push. All we need to do is get inside 239.85 and we will get sucked into the level. $239.85 and we'll get sucked into the level. Come on, baby. Gravity will pull it. We should catch some of those orders that are early. It's struggling. Look at this. It's struggling. Alright. The whole damn bottom fell out of this thing. I'm gonna take it off. I don't know what the hell it's doing, but I don't like the way it's trading. It may go all the way up there and hit it, but I meant to take 200 shares off, but I ended up killing the whole thing. But oh well, that's my fault. It may turn out to be the right move, who knows? But I meant to only take 200 shares off. But what I'm doing is I'm looking at the price action. I did not like the price action. Here's an indecision candle, and then this candle starts to struggle. We kept getting rejected, you know, up here. Kept getting rejected, kept getting rejected. So I didn't like the price action. Microsoft is another one. Okay, we're about to get stopped out here. Yeah, I think the market's pretty much crap right now. I mean, Tesla could keep going. Tesla's one of those stocks that people just wake up wanting to trade for some reason. So we're close to getting stopped out here on the technical side. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna do very well today. Alright. There we go. We got stopped out because technically we got stopped out. So we're not gonna sit here and hold it to our max loss. And that's what most people do. And that's the mistake they make. Is when the stock technically breaks down, they still hold it until it reaches their max loss. And that's not the ideal thing to do. Alright, so not the best going into a week of vacation. You know, not the best. Alright, so look, here's Meta. This is the 5-minute opening range high on Meta, but you can't buy it. Look at, now here's the thing. I know this is not one that we're going to even look at, entertain, because of the resistance above it. But look at, here's a 5-minute opening range high. Okay, but look, it built under the 50. There's no way you're going to buy this into the 50. You have to wait. And then you have to wait until it gets out of the 50. Because look at what's happened here. None of these candles have closed above the 50 yet. This candle is still trying to figure it out. It may or may not close above the 50. And then we can take this trade, because at that point we be over the 5-day and everything else. All right, so here's another 5-minute opening range trade. This is another unique situation. This is why we have to do this live, because every day is going to bring a new scenario. And in this case, the scenario is we have the opening range breakout, but it's inside a major moving average, which is the 50. So we cannot take this trade until it takes out the 50. So this candle closed above the 50-day. So once we make a high and we take out the high of this candle, I can buy it looking for profit target here. But right now, this is a 5-minute moving there, 5-minute opening range high, and we're stuck inside of it. No trade there. Okay, Netflix. This is a 5-minute opening range high. But again, look, you can't buy into all of this. You just can't do it. You have to wait until you get, an opportunity. And this is just not clean. It's just not clean. The volatility across the board does not look promising. So it's all about reading the price action, understanding the whole story. Remember, when you're scanning, you're looking for the story. And part of the narrative of the story today is that this is a half day ahead of a holiday. Most traders will start their holiday today, and the vacation runs through next week. That's me. Every year I take vacation the same week. Sometimes it's the week of July 4th. It just depends on how it falls on the calendar. You can see Netflix. There's no way I'm buying it right there. You're just looking at Apple. Okay, Apple was a buy right here. Here's the 5-minute opening range high. But you don't want to buy it into yesterday's close. Look at how many times this candle closed below that. And once it closed above it, this thing back tested and it's going. Now, admittingly, this is only $1 up to this point. But it is an opening range breakout. Okay, Nvidia. We're running into the 5-day and the 10-day. So we can't buy this 5-minute opening range breakout because we're running into resistance. Again, these things look really, really good, and this can entice you to buy. It's like, man, look at this. Look at the wicks to the short side. This thing is about to explode. You have to look at the whole story. You have to look at the whole story. The whole story is going to tell you the truth. So if we take out the high here, you know, this thing might make a move. Let's see. And this is why we can't play this strategy inside all of this, because I mean, it really gets frustrating. Because the minute you break out, it pulls back because it needs to back test. And look, Netflix doesn't have any volume. Oh yeah, let me kill this. Netflix doesn't have any volume. So, real easy to get killed in this. No volume on Netflix. So, this is how we have to deal with our day. So look, if this thing comes back and we break and make another high day, yeah, I might jump in it. I don't know. Because we've got about $2 to the top, or $1.50 to the top of the range. So we'll wait and see. Alright, so let's look at SPY. This is a good example. If you're trading SPY, if you're trading the SPY, here's a 5-minute opening range high right here. Alright, we didn't break it, we pulled back, we held. Now, I didn't vet the SPY, so it won't be smart for me to trade it. But this is the bullish move. This is the bullish consolidation move that we like to see if stocks don't break right out. And we like to see this inside 10 o'clock. Now, sometimes outside 10 o'clock, we'll get it, but we want to see this inside 10 o'clock. And then once we break it, you know, we get in. It's just a trigger. We don't think about it. If we vetted this stock already, and honestly, I think this would be a 52-week high anyway, so there's nothing above it to stop it. So, you know, this would definitely be a buy. But again, things are not going to trade as well today because of the holiday. You got to keep that in mind. That narrative is part of the story. Part of the story. In our scanning, we've got to figure the story. So you don't second guess it. You just buy it. I'm not buying it because I didn't vet this stock. And that has to be the rule. If you didn't vet it, don't buy it. Now, if I could go back and vet it now, I can see, hey, we're breaking out. 52-week high breakout. This is what I'm looking for. But what's the narrative today? It's a half day leading up to a holiday. That's the story. So for me, that means no trades. It's coming up on 10 o'clock. Forget about it. Forget about it. Look at it. Look at the SPY, how it popped. Choppy, baby. Choppy. It's a chopped up mess. Chopped up mess. Yeah, we had some economic numbers come out. That's another thing, another part of the story. Okay, that's another part of the story that you have to get at the beginning of the day. Now, when we come back off of vacation, you know, we're going to continue to do this, and we're going to do this, you know, for several days, maybe a week. And I know it's hard to stick to this. I know it's hard, especially when you see people posting all kind of crazy stuff. But you got to realize, unless somebody's posting that same stuff every day, you know, with evidence, you better just better wait. Where is my... I can't find my Benzinga. There it is. This just needs to get... Damn. What is with this? I can't find the... Nothing moves. Yeah, there we go. This is insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Alright, so this is a day where we didn't have follow through. We got a little bit on Tesla. It just didn't make it. It didn't have enough. And this is typical on half days. This is why I don't typically trade, or if I trade, I'm going to be aggressive and I'm going to try to get the first 0 to 15 minutes, and then I'm done. Because as you can see, after the first 15 minutes, this market, that was it. You know, that was pretty much it. And like I said, Tesla, you're going to have inexperienced traders trying to trade Tesla all day, trying to trade Apple all day. because they don't know any better. And you're gonna see false breakouts. You're gonna, see breakouts now, which is a breakout that doesn't follow through. You're gonna see all of that. Alright, so I'm going to stop this recording for this morning. Again, we're going to do this after vacation. We're going to do this a couple of, maybe another week's time. But let me give it a minute. I'm going to give Tesla a minute to see if it breaks out. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'll wait and see if Tesla decides it wants to break. What's up, Nala? Nala, you're a pretty girl. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. But you're mischievous. You're sweet. But you're mischievous, girl. I'm coming, doggies. Alright, let me show you what happens. I'm going to buy this break, but I'm not going to give it much room. Okay, the break, it didn't even hold enough to get in. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to buy the breakout. Now we're breaking out over the pre-market high. We took the 5-minute opening range trade. It failed to push pre-market high. So now we're buying the break over pre-market high. This is the second part of 5-minute opening range trade. Here we only got a base hit. I don't even know what we're going to get on this. This is what happens when the price action is weak going into a holiday. So knowing that we've got a lot of inexperience trading this, that's going to help us determine, hey, we just need to take short hits. A couple of base hits can make for a pretty decent day. And guess what? Our hard stop just under this candle right here. Which I'll just put it at 237.50. That's the hard stop. Now, are we going to sit here and wait for it to hit the hard stop? If the technical, if we don't close above the pre-market high, the minute we make a lower low here, we bail out. We don't sit there and wait for it to hit. But I've got to go let my dogs out, so I've got to put the hard stop in. And this is going to just protect me in case it washes out while I'm away from the computer. So I said we're gonna do 237.50 on the stop. Alright, but in case if we hit our profit target, it's gonna be 243. Alright, so we're gonna have some volatility. Things aren't gonna be perfect. But let's see if we get another base hit. Alright, so through 242, I'll take some profit. You know, I put 243 there just in case. We did make a big run, but 242, through 242, I'll take some profit. And it looks like it's doing the same thing again. Same thing again. Same damn thing again. We're just not getting the moves. We're not getting the follow through. We're not getting the moves. We're just not getting it. I'm close to killing this again. I'm really close to killing this again. If we get a pop to 241.50, I'm going to take some off the table regardless. I don't give a damn. But price action is really sorry. Really sorry today. Oh man, this is that's why I hate trading on days like today. But just a reminder, guys, I'm gonna send out an email. I am on vacation starting today. The calendar is posted on the website. I'm taking it off now. Okay, I don't give a damn. This is where we struggled the last time. I didn't think we would get back here. I was really doubting the fact that we would even get back to this. But as you can see, you're watching the price action. We are stalled out here. Okay, so we're gonna stay stalled out here until we take out all of the sellers, or the sellers take out all the buyers. Then it'll start to pull back. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So I'm going to put my stop at break even. Trigger price 240.40. Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. Oh, let me take my stop off. I'm not here anymore. Take that stop off. So just in case, you can see my next target's going to be 253. So what did I tell you guys at the beginning of the day? If any stock moved, it would be Tesla. Because people are crazy about trading Tesla. They're crazy about trading Tesla. See if we can get 243 on this bounce. Oh yeah, come on baby, do your duty. Do your duty, dead guy duty. Dead stock duty. Dead stock duty. Go baby, go baby, go baby. Bingo. Today's kind of a quiet day because today is a half a day. And tomorrow is a holiday. Most traders are starting their holiday today. 4th of July holiday today. Some don't come back till after Labor Day. Some of us poor guys who can't afford to stay out that long will be back after next week. Here we go. So here's my schedule. Okay, I'll be back on the 16th. on the 16th. So this is the typical vacation schedule for most traders. But it is posted. I will email it out today to remind everybody. 240. Tesla. This was a daily level right here. Should have marked it on the chart, but I'm sorry I did not do it. I'm slacker, man. I'm a slacker. I am a slacker. So waiting for 245. I'll take half of what I got on at 245 in case it does go. A lot of time off. That's my normal vacation schedule. Wait, in a couple of years, I'm gonna be leaving at for July 4th holiday, and I'll be back after Labor Day. Then you'll really be joking. So what am I going to be doing on vacation? Painting my son's apartment. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be laid up on some Caribbean beach. I've got a lot of stuff to deal with. A lot of stuff to deal with. Alright, so 242 is the stop. And my next target is going to be 245. I only really take 2 vacations a year. Like week-long vacations, and that's Christmas and July 4th. I'm jealous of some people. They take weeks of vacation off at one time. honestly, I thought I'd be gone by now. So Tesla is actually doing better than I anticipated in terms of what it gave me today. I figured it'd be in play the first 30 minutes or so. It's still showing a few signs of life. It is flattening out now. I mean, I am, it is flattening out now. Look at the big sell candle. It kind of trumped these three here. We still have more selling coming in. I'm surprised we didn't get 245, but like I said, things are irrational now because most of this volume is, I would think, is not immature volume, but non-professional volume. That's what I'm thinking. Are y'all trading or what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Oh, we got 245. Yeah, I'm gonna have a great vacation. I'm gonna be painting. I won't be relaxing. I'll be painting. Unfortunately. Yeah, painting my son's apartment. No, I'll be painting kitchen walls and closets and shit like that. Trying to get my son squared away here. Alright, so we might have hit the top. 245.27 was the next daily pivot. I put it in front of it to make sure that I hit it. And it ran up to 245, almost 246. So I believe that's it. I still got 25 shares just for the hell of it. What made you think you could stand on that small ledge? I don't. My stop's gonna be up to. It's moved up to 243 now. Well, actually, let's do it this way. I'm gonna do a range order. And I'll just do 248. If it gets there, great. If it doesn't, so be it. So be it. So be it. So this is gonna be it. For me, I'm not gonna try to trade the reversal, but that is a potential. I'm ecstatic with what we've got today. I am ecstatic at what we've got today. Stop. 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 You're too big to be trying to squeeze into these little places. That's why you fall down all the time. You're gonna break your stinking neck. Yeah, you see all of these are the levels right here you're talking about. They're all right there. But I don't want a reversal. I'm not going to trade it. I'm locked into what I've got. I mean, if we break through this level, there's potential to hit 248. I know there's a level at 247, around 247, but potentially we could trade through that. If it stalls out there, I'll bail out, but see, You make more money trading futures in the middle of the damn night than you do trying to trade during when the market's open. that's that's why I like doing it. And that's why I can't wake up in the morning because I'm up all night trading futures. You just gotta know just the times that I told you, that's when the stock starts to move. Watch out, guys. Let me go. Look at Nvidia. Well, I'm out of shares. I am out of shares, so I'll say this is a winning day. Hey, hey. I'll get you in a minute, bro. All right. So we are done here, buddy. This is like, what, the third time I've top ticked Tesla this week? But I can't believe Nvidia. Did anybody catch Nvidia? Here's the 5-minute opening range breakout on Nvidia. Look at there. There's a 5-minute opening range. Look at what it did. This is one of those rare occasions that that it happened after 10:30. I mean, we saw it happen late on Netflix, but look, it back tested all of the support it held, and bam, you could have bought it on the break, or you could have waited and bought it on the confirmation. So both, two opportunities. Tesla might hit 250 today. Who knows? I'm not trying to trade it though. But I'm wrapping it up. I am wrapping it